Fill time.
Want the Reese's?
Okay,
That's a good
Phil.
prop.
Do not open that.
All right.
Wow, how do you know the frame is right?
Yeah, let me just check that's not upside down.
It's not.
How do you know the frame is?
Well, we don't, but
No, you.
Okay.
You lean it against the books.
There are people logged in. This is live.
Live?
super live.
People don't log into things anymore. Oh god. Oh no.
All gone horribly wrong.
Oh. Oh jeez.
We're good. Can we pull out just to give a frame check and then we can rock this?
There's no way we know what it.
Oh yeah,
we're looking good.
We're looking good, guys.
Well, we gotta be
relatively.
a bit further forward, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're only on like a 3-second delay too. This is wonderful.
All right, hey everybody.
Scoot the table.
Over there. But I'm watching myself. It's a meta. Vive Pro. So this is the next generation of Vive. It is a higher resolution.
Get closer.
It is what is it? So it's effectively the same Vive that you know and love, but you know you lose a bit of that screen door effect that you had with the old generation Vive, which was a quad HD. This is something like 2880 by 1600-ish. So it's not quite 4K. 4K was rumored, but you have.
But let us know where you missed it, because sorry, let us know where we actually went offline, because we don't know, and we will just talk quickly about what we. Okay, hey Instagram as well. We're also doing Instagram at the same time. This is just to recap. This is our CS Day 0 recap of all the major announcements on Monday, January 8th, which is
Going super well.
Yeah.
Well,
We've
you know
only
what?
lost our YouTube connection once, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Look, it's live video. This is what happens. So, all right, we did Honor View 10. You all were there for that. We did
LG.
we did LG Think, meh, and we did Sony. Good stuff. Check out the site for more on that.
Sony has a new Vive. HTC has a new Vive. It's a higher resolution, whatever. Next was Samsung, and Samsung actually kind of interesting. Samsung, you could tell their vision for their new stuff is Bixby in everything. Bixby made its debut last year.
Yep.
It's been rumored for a long time and actually confirmed by Samsung that it is coming to watches eventually. Not happened officially, but they were showing a trailer today with Bixby pretty much as this ubiquitous thing throughout all your Samsung and all your SmartThings devices that would just sort of hold the whole thing together and make things work with each other.
And unlike LG's Think platform, which is kind of just like their brand for anything that's smart, Bixby is very much a conversational assistant type thing.
Yeah, and
On
whereas
your TV, on your watch, on your phone,
Whereas
on your whatever.
Samsung,
On your fridge with a 29-inch display
and
on
it's
it.
Samsung's own
Huge.
thing as opposed to working through partnerships with like Assistant and Google
Right.
and stuff like that. So
So, what was this demo like when you saw it on a TV?
Okay, side note for this weird fridge demo. Okay,
Oh, the fridge
so
demo too.
I'm invited to this thing. It's called a Samsung First Look. Normally, if you're in Vegas for this week, everything is on the Strip, but Samsung wanted to do this right. So they pick us up in a limo and they bring us out to basically the airport. And they've completely redone this building, the Enclave. It's like a convention center, bar-like space. And they show off this insane 146-inch modular TV, okay? And they're also talking about 8K, they're talking about AI built into everything. And then they say Bixby. And Bixby is the glue that is keeping all of these disparate products together. Bixby is basically what Google Assistant. A lot of people that just have a Samsung washing machine or a Samsung fridge, and they don't really realize that they can connect to the internet because they make it hard. Bixby, I think, makes it easy.
And that's a good point. This isn't necessarily for people like, oh, I've got a 2-year-old washing machine. I'm just going to throw it out and get a new one. No, this is for people that have the 10-year-old washing machine. Like, this is just what they'll get if they want the nice one.
and
It's just
actually
going to be in
something
everything.
kind of interesting in terms of like the life cycle of these products and Samsung's vision for Bixby and all this other stuff.
It's a long game.
Yeah, it's a long game. They were saying that I think in 2015 they promised that everything they make pretty much on the consumer electronics side would be IoT enabled by 2020. They extended that promise today, saying that everything would be intelligent. Those products would be intelligent by 2020. So that they didn't necessarily mention Bixby by name, but obviously if you want to make an intelligent product in your Samsung, by default you do that through Bixby. So
And it could be an endpoint. Like they don't you don't have to be able to talk to the washing machine, but you have to be able to
although
talk
you
to
could
something
totally
else
do that.
to have the washing machine be the endpoint.
Exactly, and you could. Interesting to see them bringing Knox into the equation as well. So you have Bixby on the one side for the interface, Knox for the security, and you have the slightly comical idea of Knox on your fridge.
That's
It's
exactly
enterprise
what I want.
security that actually helps secure the connected parts of your refrigerator.
Finally, on Samsung, no mention of the Galaxy S9. We thought we may get a teaser
Or
for
a
the
Galaxy X or whatever.
right.
Yeah.
Once again, Samsung, a lot of really big upgrades for chips that are going into Bluetooth headphones. Everything that you can think of, Qualcomm said, we've improved it. They are actually putting in a variant of Snapdragon 820 into a whole bunch of autonomous cars. Land Rover, Jaguar, really cool stuff that they displayed today. But Qualcomm, they toe the line between being the center of attention and really wanting their partners to be the center of
Yeah.
attention. And
They especially want their partners to be the center of attention when there were certain exploits in chips that are found,
indeed,
which they did not mention.
so now, as we're talking, it's the Intel keynote.
Mhm.
Big deal. Lots of money behind this.
Yeah.
Kind of getting overshadowed by
the elephant in the room,
the-
these
the
two massive
Spectre
exploits of the past year.
Meltdown.
Obviously, any short-term sort of reaction to that, even Intel themselves will have a very limited, kind of idea of how this will play out long-term. We're just now starting to see the impact of this, and you hear horror stories about servers and server loads going up so much when these fixes are implemented. But it is going to be, a matter of months or years before we know how this will play out, how it affects Intel, how it affects Qualcomm, how it affects the devices that we use every day.
So Qualcomm, they already announced the Snapdragon 845, and it's going to be coming to market in the next few months, probably first with the Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus. But what we are hearing is that the LG, whatever it's called, it's not going to be the G7 because LG's come out and said we're not going to call our flagship
G6
the G7.
successor, whatever comes next.
What we are hearing is that the phone will have the 845 this year. Hopefully that's
Yeah.
true.
So that was on one leaked roadmap. We'll have to see what happens there. I mean, obviously last year LG got steamrolled with the G6 when eventually S8 came around. So
To say the least, they got.
So
completely
obviously
screwed
they
over.
know they need the updated hardware. They need to bring up their game compared to what they bought last year. So we will have to see.
All right, last thing.
Second to last thing.
Okay,
for
second
that-
last
So
thing.
okay, yeah. So we
We
have
added one to the
videos.
list.
Yeah,
We have
sorry.
videos and hands-on of the Lenovo Smart Display, the first of Lenovo's
Yes!
CES announcements.
Hands down, my favorite announcement of the
Really?
show so far.
Why is that?
It's
Why is
got
that?
wood on it.
It's beautiful. It's got bamboo, baby.
Okay, so what does it do besides have bamboo?
All right, so bamboo aside, this is the first product that Google is partnering with Lenovo on its smart display platform. There's going to be a couple of 3 more this year. One from LG, one from JBL, and
Sony's in the game
one
as
from
well?
Sony.
Yeah.
But this one, we have a
It's a
date,
reference
we have
design.
a price.
And it's actually functional. You can go watch our video of it now. And Michael Fisher also has some video, Mr. Mobile, on YouTube.
Okay, so Andrew, what does this do?
So it's think about if you had a Google Home and a TV with a Chromecast on it, pushed together. So it has a 8 or 10 inch screen, and it has a speaker on the side, 10-watt speaker. Sounds pretty good.
Love it.
And basically what it does is a very simple interface. Anything that you tell it to do, just like Google Home, as if you were casting it to a TV, but it just casts it to itself and puts it on the screen right there.
So
Yeah.
smart.
And then you don't have, the important thing is you don't have a big interface where you're scrolling around and finding apps and choosing things to do.
This is not a computer.
No, you tell it what to do. The only home screen, there are like 3 things you can touch on. What you're doing right now, what you did last, and what you have on your agenda in terms
And
of
the rest of the time
reminders.
you have this ambient display, your Google Photos, the date, the weather, kind of like
It
your
is
pixel style.
literally
widget at the
backdrop
top.
from
Yeah.
a Chromecast.
Yeah,
So yeah, Alex, you made this point in the video. Go watch the video; it's really good.
okay.
This is the showcase for all of Google's products and services
Yeah.
working in harmony. Google
Yeah.
Assistant, with this announcement, Google Assistant got a big expansion today. It's into cars, it's into these screens, but It's Google saying, we're doubling down on this platform and we are really focusing on screens as an alternative if you can't just talk to some speaker.
And Google very visibly is doing this at CES. They have the big monorail ads here. Every time a train goes past, hey Google on the side. They have a big CES presence for the first time ever in terms of the booth.
So big.
Really, really big. And it's all about Assistant. It's all about hey Google, not necessarily okay
Sorry
Google.
in advance.
Moving towards this, moving towards the new keywords, the new hot word, which starts with hey and not okay, because that's a little bit easy to say. And then you have
But really, it's not just Google Assistant though. That's the important thing. Something like the Lenovo Smart Display, when you have a screen,
it's about the ecosystem as a whole.
it's not just Assistant. It's
Right.
the fact that you can call up YouTube or make a call
Duo,
on
yeah.
Duo. You have it plugged into your reminders, timers, and calendar from your Google account. You have Google Maps that anytime you search for something on Google Maps, because it recognizes your voice, it sends it to your phone at the same time when it shows it on the big screen.
Yeah.
All this kind of stuff is only possible because it's a Google product, Google-backed product. Yes, the Assistant is there, but it's kind of just the glue between all of the other services.
And actually kind of interesting to look at this and look at Chromecast and think, how might this interface eventually come to some sort of, Chromecast plus level product, something above your base level sort of second gen Chromecast
Right.
that might
Something
maybe
more
sell
powerful.
for $80 to $100 that might sit under your TV, maybe with gesture support. Already the sort of graphical side of that is there with the way Chromecast looks and behaves now. If you're Google, obviously you keep the base level Chromecast around, but if you're going for a more expensive model, why wouldn't you try and include all this other stuff in? It just makes sense from an ecosystem kind of
And
perspective.
the cynic in me, the cynic in me thinks the date that Google ended the support for YouTube on the Echo Show was very close to this announcement, within a week.
You don't
They've
say.
had a very public falling out with Amazon over supporting YouTube on the Echo Show and other Echo products. Hey, by the time this comes to market in June, July, this YouTube alone is going to be a big reason to buy this over the Echo
And
Show.
we're saying June, July kind of release time frame. It's
Ish.
we're gonna get more on this at I/O,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
big
lot of
time.
the UI that we saw demoed with Google this week isn't final.
Yeah.
This product is still a long way off being released, but obviously we're seeing a lot of sort of important indicators here of where this whole sort of assistant ecosystem is going.
But here's the very cool thing. Last thing for me on the Smart Display is it's running a very thin operating system. It's Android things. It's not a full build of Android. Everything, just about everything that's happening on the screen is a cast event. So when you see Google Play Music, you ask it for, whatever radio station, you want to listen to some smooth jazz or something, and it
Yeah,
starts
I do.
playing on Play Music. That interface is controlled from the server side as a cast, just like you would see on your Chromecast on your TV. They can change that every single day if they want to.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with the software that's on the Smart Display. So that's the smartest part about this, is that Google can control this across any device. It doesn't matter if it's from
they're
Lenovo or
all
Sony or
these
whoever.
thin clients that could be completely stripped out, changed, upgraded whenever. And
It's the dream.
that suits Google much better than just having a straight up screen that runs Android that maybe goes through an operator, not operator, but goes through a manufacturer that is more of a sort of computer style device.
Okay, let me talk about the NVIDIA BFGDs.
What does that stand for, Andrew?
Big format,
Big format, okay.
gaming,
And nothing else.
display.
I love it. I love
Uh-huh.
it. So, 65-inch reference gaming monitor that NVIDIA is working with
Acer, Asus, HP.
Ridiculous. Sub-millisecond latency. This has nothing to do with Android, and yet
Well,
they
it's
snuck
sort of
in.
a little bit, yeah.
They snuck this in. Every single one, which is going to cost like, what, $3,500? If-
I'd say 3 to 5 grand.
we don't know pricing, but it's going to be bonkers. Will have basically a an NVIDIA Shield TV inside of it. So Android TV is going to have
And it's the Shield version.
right.
So you get Amazon in 4K HDR. You get
GeForce features, right?
Yep, you get GeForce Now and GameStream. which now both support G-Sync because this is a 65-inch display with G-Sync. And it's basically just take all the plastic off of a Shield TV, just shove that main board in the back of the display, and they're not forcing, but they're making all of these display partners include an Android TV instance in their display.
Why not? What else do you like?
Absolutely. So it's basically giving it a home screen experience when you don't have a game going on or,
Right.
or whatever. You can have this backup option where you can have this lean back experience with Android TV, which is fantastic because, as we know, if you want the top end Android TV experience, it's going to be a Shield.
And just shout out NVIDIA for putting the same product in different, like, into different variants for 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Right?
And they're continuing this perfectly because it is just a Shield TV. When they push out a software update to the previous two Shield TVs, it pushes to these
It's
automatically.
just Android on a screen. Doesn't
And
matter what
it's-
size it is.
Completely separate from, and it doesn't matter if you have the Acer, Asus, HP, whatever, you just get the software update, completely separated from the firmware updates that those manufacturers can send out.
All right.
And the display looks ridiculous.
I'm jealous you saw it.
Mm.
I am. All right, so that was basically a rundown of day 0 of CES. We say day 0 because officially, even though the three of us have been here for
Since
like
day -3.
Yeah.
seems like a week
Sure.
already. But
Oh
it's
my
not.
gosh.
Whoa.
We got somebody at the door, but
Okay, let me go
Just-
and get the door. You
No.
sign off.
Hold the door.
this is live, folks. All right, so
See you soon.
we are day 0 of CES. Tomorrow is day 1. The show floor opens.
We'll,
Everything
we'll be
is
back at you.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, housekeeping.
Everything-
They're gonna fix our shower head.
Alright.
Everything is open tomorrow. We're going to check out the show floor. We're on our way to PepCom, which is one of the many interesting events, parties, what you call it, at CES. We are going to see lots more cool stuff tomorrow. Lots of embargoes happening tomorrow.
Mhm.
So stay tuned
Wink,
to Android
wink,
Central
nudge, nudge.
for all the cool stuff. I think we should say shout out to James Nieves for being an awesome camera guy.
Just crawling
You know,
around
the
on
biggest,
floor.
the biggest question everyone has here is what show phones you guys have. So Martinic over,
Ah,
kind of,
okay.
the red cake got people's eye. People are asking.
Ah.
Hold your phones up and explain why you're using that.
OnePlus 5T, but also my Pixel 2 XL is the hotspot for these live shows, which you may not be happy with if you're on YouTube because it cut out once, but blame Verizon. I don't know. It's this and the Pixel 2 XL.
All right, I am rocking a Penguin Pixel 2 XL.
Penguin Pixel 2.
It's not a
Penguin.
Well, somebody said it was a
Yeah,
penguin, and
because
I'm running with it.
It's got the button on the side.
I love
it's
it.
Like the penguin
it's,
feet.
it's the penguin button. So I love this. This has been my. So I've been using a smaller Pixel 2 for the last couple of months, but the battery life on
That
this,
battery, though.
you can't
Yeah.
beat it. So that, and I have a Note 8 somewhere else.
I have another right here. Mainly for the camera, I'm using this week. Love the dual camera on this thing. And yeah, secondary phone is the baby Pixel 2 because I don't like carrying two big phones around.
Oh, baby Pixel.
Baby Pixel, yeah, absolutely.
All right, anything else, Daniel?
I'm looking at the chat. I see
man,
our
chat it up.
coworkers Ara and Tom are watching. Thank you. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been fun. Sorry about the cut. We'll make sure that doesn't happen tomorrow.
Don't
We're
make
going to be
promise.
doing this for tomorrow and Wednesday. So check back tomorrow. We'll have more time in advance.
We'll
This-
send it a tweet, let you know when it's happening.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.
See you later.
Good night.
Bye. What a pro.
Okay.